Hey, so this is a quick video to show students how to respond to assignments. So this is a fake account here for a student who I've created where I am the teacher of this student as well. But as a student, you should see something like this show up in your Gmail. Now, if I open up my classroom as a student, I've already done a couple of exercises here. There's the teacher that I've got. You can see I've got 2 new assignments here as well. I've done some other things with this, but I've got 2 new assignments here as well. So I can get to them in one of 2 ways. I can either open up the email, do open, or I can come in the classroom and open up the email. Open up the post and read it that way. Just got to choose the correct account here. That's an important thing too. You should always make sure that you're working from the correct Google account if you've got more than one. So at any rate, here's Classroom. Here's that homework. Now it says add photos of your favorite animal and a description of why you like it so much. So I'm going to do, in order to complete this, I can send a comment to my teacher. You shouldn't send that one, but at any rate, my teacher can now see that and they can respond back. But it's a private comment, not a class comment. And the reason is, in this class, I have removed class comments. But you can do add or create, and you can create these Google documents, or you can add a document that you may already have. So let's add something from just a regular file. So if I've got a picture, I'm going to do select files, and then I can add that picture, which I'm just going to choose this one. It's not a real animal, of course, but then I can do upload, or I can do add more files if I've got more than one. But let's do upload. Takes a second or 2. Be patient. Okay, and then you can see your work is up here. Now this says add photos of your favorite animal and a description. So I can do add or create, and I'm going to create a Google Doc since my teacher wants a description. Now the Google Doc opens up, and you see it's already got a name for it. Don't change that name, please, because this says who it is and this says what the assignment is, and that should stay the same. So I've done the assignment. It's saved itself. Now you see there is this turn in button here. I can use this to turn in my assignment, or I can just close it and it's right here. If I want to edit it after the fact, I can still open this and make edits to it. And I can still, again, either turn it in from there. I can also share it with friends if it's something that I should be doing as a group. And you'll see here, this is also shared automatically with the teacher of this group. And clearly, as the student, I am the owner. And yes, that is a picture of me when I was a student. It's shared with my teacher, and it's also shared with any other teacher who may be in that group. So at any rate, I'm not going to share it with anyone else, but it's possible. So I'm just going to do done. I'm going to close this. Now I'm ready to turn it in, so I'm going to just do turn in. 2 attachments will be submitted. This is saying, like, are you sure you want to turn it in? Did you actually do what was asked of you? Are you actually submitting the correct stuff? I'm going to do turn in. Okay, so now that assignment is done. Let's go back to class. Now, if I look here at Google Calendar, this is going to show me what I have due. So this one I already did, and this one I already did, but favorite animal, that's the one I just did. I still have one more, animal presentation. So I can actually open it from here, open it right from inside of my Google Calendar, which shows all of my assignments and when they're due. And that'll give me the assignment details. Now, again, you got to make sure that you're signed in to the correct account, or else it's not going to show you much. And then I'll have to go back through there, but instead of doing it that way, I can show you right here. All right, these you see are gray because I've already looked at them, but this one down here, this animal presentation, I have not done yet. And this gives you the instructions. You can also click View Assignments. Now I can add or create. Now if I have a PowerPoint presentation, I can just select it from there. I can choose the presentation. Let's see. I may have a presentation somewhere. That's my personal one. So you can choose a PowerPoint presentation from there if you need to, or you can choose it from your drive as well, and of course recent ones, or you can do create slides. Now I strongly suggest that you use only Google from now on for presentations, documents, and spreadsheets, because it's simply easier, because as you can see, all of this stuff is easily connected. But at any rate, I can make my presentation and it will save it. And you can spell things correctly. And you see it's saving automatically. And now I can still share it, of course, and close it out now. And do turn in. One attachment will be submitted. Turn it in? Yep. All right, so that is what you're going to see as a student. And that's how you can react to your assignments. Your assignments will show up here in the stream, and they'll show up here under classwork. The topics may be dates instead of actual topics. That's fine. That's one way of organizing things. You can also open up your Drive folder from here, and you can see the things that you've done. So I uploaded this, and I created this favorite animal document, and I can always have a look at it right there. Notice how now it says request edit access, and that I can only view the document. The reason is, when you upload it to a teacher, your teacher gets the permissions for it now. And they don't want you to be able to necessarily change it after the fact. But if I do request edit access, it'll send an email to my teacher, and my teacher can allow that or not allow that, or send me an email and talk about it. So that's everything from the student's perspective. Now I'm going to open up the teacher's perspective. So if I go to Teacher at Emodix, I've got a whole bunch of stuff in here. Cool, awesome, deleting that. All right, cool. And here we are. So Adam student added a private comment. I can see the comment that student added. Another private comment. I can see that. And this will also, I believe, tell me when you have turned things in. But let's see what teachers notice, what teachers see when I open up Classroom there. So here's that class. Here are those assignments. I can look at classwork and I can view the assignments. And now if I look at favorite animal homework and view assignment, now I only have one student in that class, so it doesn't show much. But if I had 20 students, you would see 20 little boxes here. My one student did turn it in. Let's have a look at it. So now as a teacher, I can open it up. I can view it. I can add private comments. If I can spell things correctly. And now that'll shoot that comment back to the student, and they'll get an email notification of it. And I can see what was added here as well. So what it is that you as a student have done. If I like it and I'm good with everything, I can click return, and that sort of closes it out. Student will be notified and can check any grade that you've left. I don't normally give grades on Google assignments because I keep grades separately. So students can still get grades, of course, by emailing me, but I don't normally keep them in Google. At any rate, you can click return. As a teacher, again, this is the teacher view, and now that student is done. They've turned it in. I've returned it to them. So now their side is done. Some teachers won't be able to go through and return it for every student, but this is how teachers will look at the work that you've done. And then of course I can look as well at the other work that was done. So what is it, the animal presentation. I can have a look at this student's animal presentation. In this case, I did give them a grade out of 100, so I can say 20. And then you see it saves it here for me as a teacher. I can do return. Now that that student only has a 20. Again, I don't normally grade things personally as a teacher, but some of your teachers may choose to do that. And you see now it updates that. We got one that's graded, none which are assigned and not turned in, and none any longer that are turned in that are not graded. So as a teacher, we will use these things to look at where we are and what we need to be doing and what the students have been doing. And then of course I can always open the folder for the assignment as a teacher as well. And this is what a teacher is going to see. So in this folder, if I had 20 students, there would be 20 answers here that would start out with the student's name normally. So at any rate, that's all you need to know as a student, I believe, for how to work around Google Classroom and how to upload things on Google Classroom, and it gives you an idea of what the teacher will see as well. There's a whole bunch of other stuff in here, and I strongly suggest as a student, you should definitely be using Calendar. So when you open up classwork and hit Google Calendar, it's going to show you all of your assignments, okay? We went over these two today, but there are others there. Now if you finished it and turned it in, okay, great. But this is an easy way for you to keep stuff organized so that you know when it's due. And then of course to see if you turned it in, you can just click on the assignment. And of course it chose the wrong one here. You can click on the assignment and it will take you to Classroom. And in Classroom you can see if you've completed the assignment or not. So here you can try and resubmit if your students will allow, or if your teacher will allow you to resubmit it. But in this case, it was already graded. I can see my grade, I can see what it is that they graded, and so forth. So again, if your teacher uses grades, that's what you'll see. So hopefully that helps to clear things up a little bit. I know this was quick, but yeah, this is how you're going to submit homeworks. If you, for instance, take pictures of your workbook and send it to your teacher, this is how you'll send it to them. You'll add the items here, the images, and then you'll submit it to your teacher. So, and then your teacher will have it in Drive, and we will get a notification that you've sent it in as well. So, let me know if you have questions. All right, thanks.